Welcome to the Gayatri Mantra, the means of self-realization through the celestial song of light. Om Bhur-Bhuva Suvaha Tatsavito Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayate. To recite the Gayatri Mantra is to enter into the stream of generations of spiritual seekers and adepts who have sung this sacred song for thousands of years. While originally recited by those of the orthodox Brahmin class of India, it would be inaccurate to conceive that the Gayatri Mantra should be reserved only for a chosen few. In the Vedas, which are revelatory texts extolling the highest truths regarding universal consciousness, the statement is made, Samano mantraha, let one mantra be common to all, and let that mantra be the Gayatri. The Gayatri Mantra is universally relevant for any seeker or finder of truth, for it is a revelatory song about light, which represents our truest nature as unchanging unitive consciousness. The Gayatri is an earnest exclamation that nothing is separate from consciousness, that everything is an expression of light, of this unitive underlying consciousness. Mantra Vidya pertains to the use of sound, such as the Gayatri Mantra, for awakening to our true nature. Mantra itself literally means to transcend the mind, and Vidya, the highest truth. Mantra Vidya therefore refers to that vibration of sound which takes us across the ocean of misperception in order to reveal the highest truth of unitive consciousness. Mantra Vidya may be described as a form of devotional yoga, in that its power depends upon the devotion of the person singing. Mantra Vidya is also the science of mantra japa, which is the spontaneous transcendence of our perceived separateness from unitive consciousness through the power of repetition in song or verse. We therefore repeat the Gayatri in various rhythms, as a single repetition representing the oneness of life, or in repetitions of 3 rounds representing the trinity of life, up to a total of 108, 1,008, 10,008 or more. When we repeat the Gayatri 3 times, we are affirming the trinity of life, birth, growth, and death, the creation, preservation, and destruction complex that underlies all expressions of unitive consciousness. Since these movements co-arise with any expression of oneness, the Gayatri is usually repeated in sequences of 3. Om, which begins the Gayatri Mantra, is the vibratory symbol that represents unitive consciousness. As Om is expressed through the breath, it also represents the animating principle behind the entire universe and within and that which animates the physical body. Om is also a vibrational sound symbol that represents the 3 qualities of equanimity, action, and stability that underlie the unitive nature of life. Om, which is made up of the 3 letters A, U, and M, also stand for our physical, astral, and causal bodies and serve as a pointer to the unchanging principle of unitive consciousness that underlies these 3 bodies. A is a guttural sound. U unfolds in the middle of the mouth, and M is the labial or end sound of the vocal cords. Therefore, Om stands for the beginning, middle, and end of all creation that always has its home ground in consciousness. It represents manifest creation, and the underlying unmanifest without which there would be no creation. Om is the sound out of which everything emerges. So it is only natural that the Gayatri should begin and end with Om, as the Gayatri, like everything, emerges out of consciousness, is sung within and against the background of consciousness, and ultimately dissolves back into consciousness from where it originates. The mystery, the unknowable, unchanging truth of oneness is given many symbolic representations. In yoga we call this unchanging, all-pervasive consciousness Shiva. The word Shi means to lie down, and Va in our true nature. And we call its manifesting movement Shakti, or the mother principle. Gayatri, which is an expression of consciousness, is for this reason called the mother mantra. Shiva and Shakti are always one, not two. For this reason, during recitation of the Gayatri Mantra, we may sense various parts of our body, such as the navel, heart, or brow centers, while envisioning Shakti enjoined in ecstatic unit with her consort Shiva. These visualizations bring together sound, breath, image, concept, sensation, and emotion in order to take us beyond each of these expressions into the realization of ourself as spacious, undivided, and all-pervading consciousness. The Gayatri Mantra is traditionally accompanied with a particular series of mudras or hand gestures. These mudras may be practiced before, during, or even after the recitation of the Gayatri Mantra. Each mudra evokes a particular movement of energy within the physical body. The mudras are often given the names of various people, objects, animals, or deities to signify how energy translates into form and action into the world. Gayatri meditation is also known as meditation that takes place at dawn and dusk, the meeting periods of day and night. These are special times of transition when Gayatri Mantra is performed while meditating upon the sun as a representation of the highest light of truth. The early morning and early evening periods are times of transition wherein we may easily perceive the stillness that is synonymous with our truest nature. Inhalation and exhalation are often balanced during these hours, and meditation comes more naturally and is often more profound and peaceful. However, lest we forget, the best time for meditation and singing the Gayatri Mantra is when our heart is filled with the love of truth, the love of self, the love of other, the love of all manifestation. In other words, at any time and all times of day or night. Om Bhur-bhuvah Suvah Tatsavitu Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.